Hi there. So I wanted to make a video because it's always kind of been my thing to want to take you guys on my journey, although I haven't really picked up the phone and made any new videos lately because there's just been a lot of really deep and personal healing, and I do want to share all the stuff I'm learning with you, but right now I just kind of want to do my best to kind of keep it to the point. So I've been doing a lot of sacred clearing and healing, and I've come to a lot of deep realizations in my life in regards to existence, and learning that not just the flashy phrases of being one, learning that we're all one. I've really fully learned to embody and integrate that actual truth, and how that feels. The kitty's scratching at the door. How that feels inside, in regards to the grand schemes of things, looking at a rock and realizing that that's a piece of you, and feeling that inside of you, and sometimes feeling whatever the rock may have felt, as silly as you might think that might be. Getting to that place has been pretty awesome and also overwhelming, because when that takes place, and I think in most cases, I think what they call a Kundalini awakening happens when what you think you know actually becomes what you know. Because just you're somebody else, and everything is something else, and yet the same. Excuse me, I need to get a drink of water real quick. So there's a lot of different things that take place when that happens, and the biggest and most amazing thing is going through all these crazy old thought patterns, and realizations about how our thoughts don't line up with the reality of what really is, in really any sense of the meaning. And this really applies to our level of self-love and knowing truly who we are, and of course that's what it always means. Excuse me, I have to close the door. The dog pushed the door open. We'll see if that lasts. Let's see if I can remember what I was saying. Learning about all this teaches you so much about how little we actually love ourselves. And so there's so many depths to what I want to say right now, and I'm really going to try and keep it simple, but we all want to claim that we're just fine on our own, and we feel great by ourselves, but when we get really real and deep with ourselves, we end up finding out that even if we think that's what it is, we end up thinking that we're looking for like a twin flame, and we realize, oh, well, we can't find our twin flame if we're actually looking for them, like a soulmate and a twin flame are different things. And, a twin flame is pretty much the other half, not necessarily the other half, it's the replica of you, really. And there are people that are blessed enough to come into contact with one another because they've gotten to that sacred place where they've gotten all the crap out of the way, and false belief patterns. Maybe not all the time. There's plenty of times they come together and they have not, and they just can't seem to jive and keep it together and what have you, just because they end up burning themselves with their own flames. But this is not even the topic of what I'm here to talk about. But it's funny that we think that we're okay on our own, and yet we still seem to think that, oh, okay, so that's still being like the ultimate goal in the back of our minds, that we want to find that person that, or come in contact or cross paths with that person that will be everything that we want to be for them, and in a very equal fashion. And it really sunk in like a minute ago while I was stretching, and I've been clearing things anyway. But one second, sorry. But it really sunk in that, I mean, if I am everyone and everyone is me, and the goal is fully loving myself, you know, like, why in the world would I be looking for someone else if it's ultimately me? You know, if I feel like there's something missing, then there's something missing. You know, it's only fully loving myself. I mean, like, why am I not enough? I mean, if I know, like, I know that the other person is just me, why am I not enough? Why does there need to be a twin flame? Why does there need to be a soulmate? Why can't I be my own soulmate? And I think that's the real deal here, guys, because we are our own twin flames. And until we realize that, the other one will never show up. And really, when you really know that, why does anyone need to show up? I'm already here. And it's just me. And there doesn't need to be anyone else. And there doesn't need to be anyone else for any of you, ever. And what that brings up in me right now shows me that there's so many parts of me that still feel like there has to be someone else to complete me. And I am everything and I am everyone. And there is nothing more that I need in this moment and ever. And so the way that that truth moved me today, moved me to feel that I really needed to share that with you. And I hope that helped somebody out there understand that they are enough, just as they are. And I love you. I love you so much.